and Galligani and Ferry are the two safeties. So it'll bring up a 4th down, and the defense does the job as Jeff Kenny will come in to punt the football away. He'll hit it from about his own 45-yard line. Tigers look like they're going to send a bunch of people. Only Andy Wilson is the deep back. They send 9, low snap. Kenny able to get it away, angles it towards the sidelines, and it will go out of bounds. And now we'll wait for the official to move up the field and spot it at the 20-yard line. So Scarsdale will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20.
20-yard line.
Now, an interesting note, John, number 53 from Mamaroneck is the senior Jim Joyce. He's the quick side guard, or you may call him the short side guard on that flip-flop offense that Mamaroneck uses. He's also an outside linebacker. He's the fastest guard. He's great for traps and pulling. He's the son of Coach Joyce, the basketball coach at Lincoln, and also he coaches the girls softball team at Concordia College.
Okay, quick sideline toss, and Spires heard some footsteps, and it looks like they may have ruled that a lateral, because after Spires had dropped it, he picked it up and the play continued, and he was finally forced out of bounds at the 16-yard line, so it's a loss of 4 on the play. It's an interesting call right there. That's a live ball after it popped out of his hands.
If that ball is thrown behind the quarterback, that's a lateral. It's a free ball. And throwing it to him out there, I really don't see why that was done, because Scarsdale has 2 men out there. And you're not really going to get anywhere because they have good pursuit, good defensive speed.
Keene again rolls out, has to take it himself, and cut down at the 15-yard line. No gain, and it will now be 3rd and 15 for Mamaroneck. They've had that one bomb back in the 2nd quarter when Keene hit Spires on a 43-yard touchdown pass. But besides that, Tigers still looking for their first down of the ball game,
at the top of the hill,
and also trying to get some semblance of an offensive drive together. If not for this game, I'm sure Jerry Hardy be interested to see if the team could just do it, put a couple of first downs together.
They're definitely playing in a hole in the first half and now in the second half.
Keene able to get it away, and I believe our referee may be calling in the grass. The sideline judge says that it's an incomplete pass, and that is how the ruling will go on the books. So Keene now 0 for 6 in his last passing attempt since the touchdown toss.
You see Keene right here. He's going back to pass. Now he's grabbed, and then what he does, he just throws the ball, and it's inaccurate and it has speed, because as he's being twirled around, that gave the ball momentum. So there was no intentional grounding.
Galligani in again to punt. This is an end-over-end kick. And the ball down by Mamaroneck. And the Raiders again will set up shop. 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 48-yard line.
I just want to go a step further with Jim Joyce, number 53 from Mamaroneck. He's an excellent student. He has an above 90 average, and in the college boards, he was over 1,100. He's an honor student. You know, it's nice to see that, you know, guys are dedicated like he is. He has lifted weights. He gained 40 pounds. He's a hard worker. He's got good desire. And I'll tell you, when you get a coach's son playing a sport, you know you have a good athlete right there. They understand. They hear it every day at home.
Right up the middle. It's the fullback for Scarsdale, number 33, getting the call. Lou Henry, as Dick Palladino now starting to get some of his reserves in the ball game. That's Henry's first carry of the day. And Henry picks up 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 6.5 left to go, 3rd quarter. Mamaroneck or Scarsdale leading 35-6. Brian Kelly split to the near side, not to the top of the screen. And they'll give it again to the fullback. Big hole opens up for Jason Kessler, and a one-arm tackle made by Andy Wilson of Mamaroneck. And that'll bring it to the 40-yard line, make it the 41.
It's a nice quick play right off left tackle. And watch this off left tackle. We'll watch the guard, see if they pull. Oh, there's 65. You see him pull. He kicked out the end and made that hole happen. Right there. It's a quick side guard, just pulling and trapping that defensive end, opening up the hole. Kick him out.
Inside reverse. Knopp gets the first down. Across the 35 to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6 yards.
First down for the Raiders, run by Greg Knopp.
Knopp now 3 carries for 24 yards. Abdul Steiner leads the rushing attack for both schools. He has 60 yards, but has not had a carry so far here in the second half.
You can see this.
There we see
Jason Silverman
taking a little rest.
Just a sophomore, too. So first and 10 for the Raiders. They're 6th overall. First here in the second half with 5:10 left to go in third quarter. And this will be the fullback again. Kessler fights off a good tackle and a nice block. Brings him down to the 20-yard line. 15-yard run for Mr. Kessler.
That's the same exact play that Kessler ran to left. Now he's running it to the right. So right here he's going to the right, right off right tackle. He's got some daylight. He tries to head for the sideline, go in for the score. Tackle made by number 7 from Mamaroneck.
The top 10s and the winning coach from today's
First and 10.
Extra points every
Tigers
Tuesday night, live at 7:30.
trying to hold the Raiders again. Seems they've been trying to do that all game long. 35-6 the score. Scarsdale on top. They have led throughout. From the 20-yard line, again to the ground. Here's Abdul Steiner, and he is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, grabbing a hold of him. Number 75 for Mamaroneck, John Dapoliti, making the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was straight ahead blocking, just, like a wedge, just telling the offensive lineman to make contact with your defensive man and drive them back and trying to get as much yardage as you can. We just had a shot of Jason Silverman. He's only a sophomore. And remember last year in the Mamaroneck game, Silverman, his brother,
Josh,
he was the most valuable player of the game.
Play action. DiRienzo still has it. Throwing to Kinney in the end zone. Touchdown. Great pass fake by DiRienzo in the backfield. Kinney wide open in the back of the end zone. Another touchdown pass, the 3rd of the day for DiRienzo.
Boy, Kinney is tough, and he's another one of those ball players with sure hands. Right there, concentrating the ball, coming in. Well thrown pass, good reception. Everything is just working so well for Scarsdale, and they just throw that pass at the opportune time. And the amazing thing is that Jeff was open in the end zone. He got behind his receiver, and that's the number 1 thing you do. Then after that, just catch the ball.
And Mike Cochran.
The 6th straight extra point for Michael Cochran.
His 6th straight extra point.
The Raiders go ahead 42.
And it is now 42-6 in favor of Scarsdale with 3:51 left to play in the third quarter. Mike Cochran having a good day as the extra point man, 6 for 6. Kicking has always been good here in Scarsdale. I remember last year when we had the Raiders against Horace Greeley, 2 punts that were stopped dead at the 1-yard line. Today they had one go out at the 1-yard line. 6 straight extra points.
And that score last year was 35 in the 30s. And
35-7, I think.
Horace Greeley with 7 points. The thing that I'm still impressed with is the passing of DiRienzo. He's just on target. His location for that ball is right there.
Andy Wilson with the football. Wedge breaks down, so has to go it alone. And he is up to the 33-yard line, where Mamaroneck will have it there 1st and 10. Just a beautiful Saturday afternoon for high school football. Field is in great condition. And our congratulations to the Scarsdale Athletic Department. 2 weeks ago, there was not a stand in sight. And today, a beautiful bandstand.
And they have a nice platform up here for the cameramen.
It's nice.
Scouts, fans.
Everyone's here today. King in trouble. Throws it down the sideline. Good catch. Andy Wilson with the reception. To the 40-yard line. Now cuts it back. And he loses the football. Scarsdale's got it. Great tackle by number 75, Steve Henkind, who came out of nowhere. Caught Wilson from behind. Jarred the ball loose, and the Raiders get it back.
But that's disheartening on the side of Mamaroneck. You have a good play, well executed. Wilson comes up with a nice reception right here. Now watch him run. Goes to his left, now he's going to his right. He's trying to get right behind him. The ball is jarred loose, and it's a bad break, a turnover. Especially after a great play, they would have been in good field position. That's what they want. They want field position. Now the defense is going to have to rise to the occasion right here and come up and stop Scarsdale. Greg Knopp, the man who fell on the loose football. And now we've got a new quarterback into the ball game for the Scarsdale Raiders. It is George Gordon, number 20. He is just a junior. 5'9", 142 pounds, and he's going to run the club now for a little while. Pick up on that last carry of 4 yards.
I'd like to take a quick second to remind everybody to come to the homecoming dance tonight. Support your class.
Second down and 6.
Homecoming. Low price of $5 a ticket.
And they'll keep the ball on the ground. And that last carry goes to Matt Deschamps, number 42. And Deschamps right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be 3rd and 6. Here's the scoring summary on that last touchdown play and drive by the Raiders. 3:51 of the 3rd quarter, 46 yards and 6 plays. And the final, D'Arienzo to Kinney, a 20-yard pass. Cochran with the kick, 42-6 the score. 3rd down and 6. Tom Norton is in the ball game as a wide receiver. And again, the Raiders keeping it on the ground. And that'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. Matt Schitzler, a junior, with that last carry, and it'll bring up 4th and 6. So the Raiders will be forced to punt the football away with 1:23 left to go, 3rd quarter.
George Gordon just came in as the quarterback for this series. You know, he's not going to pass the ball or anything. He's got to get a feel of the ball. You know, they're going to run the ball to the right or to the left, no passes, just try to get a first down that way, but they didn't execute. Now Mamaroneck has a chance of getting the ball in good field position right here. Kenny to punt, and the ball's blocked and picked up by the Tigers in Raider territory at the 40, make that the 37-yard line. So a big break there for Mamaroneck as they were finally able to get in, and I believe it was Pat Curley, number 57, who came in and made the block. Right up the middle. Now, if he didn't fall down, he could have ran with that ball. Right there, that's number 66.
Ian Boyle with the reception. So a big break there. The Tigers with great field position. Granted, they have a long way to go to get back into this ball game, but it'll help here. 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Keane pitches it to Wilson, and he's brought down immediately. Steve Henkind with the tackle. And a loss on the play back to the 40-yard line, a loss of 2, and it will be 2nd down and 12, but we'll hold things up right now as the 1st quarter, or the 3rd quarter, has come to an end here at Dean Field, the home of the Scarsdale Raiders, and they're putting it to the Tigers as we're heading to the final stanza. 42-6 is our score, and we'll be back with more of the Cable 3 Sports High School Football Game of the Week in just a moment.
Put Push, pull, or shove your car to Crabtree Hyundai, and we'll give you up to $1,000 towards the Hyundai of your choice. Hyundai, the car that makes sense, now makes more sense. You heard right, $1,000 for any car you can push, pull, or shove to Crabtree Hyundai. Don't get shut out. Payments starting as low as $95 a month. Unbelievable. From now till the end of the month. Call us and come in and make a deal. Do it today. Crabtree Hyundai, 162 Main Street, New Rochelle. Call 636-8585.
Back right on time. Bo Keane, first play of the fourth quarter. In a little trouble. Now scrambles. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete. His intended receiver, John Manasoff, number 33, who came out of the backfield. And Keane, under heavy pressure, just got that one away in time. But it will bring up now a 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers. Ball still at the Scarsdale 40-yard line.
Not only was the pressure that Keane was receiving difficult for him to get that ball away, but he was also sprinting to his left, and what he had to do is stop and throw the ball down the middle, which is very hard if you're a righty. If you're right-handed going to the left, you really have to stop, set up, be on balance, and being on balance is where you go up on your toes and come down without falling or taking a step, but it's hard to get on balance that way going to your left.
Keane again in trouble. Gets away, and down he goes at the 35. Gain of 5 for Bo Keane.
Number 35, John Durienzo.
Dan Savilson, number 52, on that tackle. Pick up a 5, but it'll bring up a 4th down and 8. You know the Tigers have to go for it. Trailing by 36 points. Keane again, straight drop back. And it's incomplete, right in the hands of Scott Spires, but again, may have heard some footsteps. Number 21, Andrew Brennan right there to lay the hit on him. And on the exchange of downs, Scarsdale's going to get it back.
Yeah, well, what I think what happened right here, Keane's going back. It's a nice pass. It's well thrown. It's right in his hands. And then he looked upfield looking to the goal line. What he did, he took his eyes off the ball as soon as the ball was coming into his fingers. And that's where you had that little fumble, and then you drop it. And I would expect that Scarsdale is going to stay with the running game here.
Well, George Gordon still in at quarterback, number 20. And the Raiders keep it on the ground. Manasoff, or number 33. For the Raiders, Lou Henry. And Henry with a big gainer. 22 yards.
Henry's only a junior, and one thing I like about this run right here, now watch him shift that ball. See him get that ball to the sideline? In other words, he's keeping it away from the defender so that the defender cannot hit it and then cause a fumble. A good back will shift the ball once it gets past the line of scrimmage and heading towards the sideline. Good job by Henry.
Again, Henry. Blockers in front of him. Cuts it inside and goes across the 30. Down to the 27-yard line. Another first down.
Henry is running with determination. That time he had the ball in his right hand going to the right sideline, so he didn't have to switch the ball.
This is a 16-yard run by Mr. Henry.
He's 6 foot, 182 pounds. He's not small. He's also fast out there. Runs with power and speed.
Again, the hole's being opened up by the offensive line.
Yeah, Mamaroneck's going to have to gamble a little bit. They're going to have to, maybe slant that defensive line, shoot a linebacker here and there. They have to get into that offensive backfield of Scarsdale's.
Well, the Raiders right now content just to let that clock continue to roll.
No gain on the play.
Matt Deschamps with the carry, no gain. He'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 9:49 and counting. Left to go, 4th quarter. Scarsdale been in control of this one from the opening gun. 42-6 is our score. Coming up at the end of the game, we're going to visit with the winning coach. And Dick Palladino looking pretty good. Sitting pretty, as it were. We'll also have our Cable 3 player of the game. Pitch comes outside. Deschamps turns the corner. Nice open field tackle. Number 1, Dan Colasacco. 5'7" senior with the stop. And a gain on the play up to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 5 yards.
Now you have to give a lot of credit to Coach John Venatoro here. That line is really blocking. They're doing a great job. But here's a nice tackle coming up right at the shoestrings. But this entire game, John Ventura, he coaches the offensive line for Scarsdale. He has those guys firing out. Did a tremendous job.
Lou Henry. He is dragged down from behind by number 65, Matt Karp.
For those of you
To bring up a 4th down.
you can keep in touch with all the high school football action around the county with Cable 3's Extra Point.
Well, a gain
John Video will be in the
of
studio every Tuesday night.
4 yards,
live at 7:30
and it will be
game
4th
highlights from around
and
the
1.
county. The top 10s and the winning coach from today's ball game. That's Extra Points every Tuesday night, live at 7:30.
Scarsdale right now is just going with the solid stuff. They're running that ball up the middle and off tackle, just staying with the solid stuff and letting the linemen execute in their blocking techniques.
Henry fights ahead for the first down. First down, number 10 on the day for the Scarsdale Raiders. But more important in this juncture of the ball game, they're just keeping that clock rolling. Keeping the ball away from the Tigers and looking to salt win number 2 of the 1987 season away.
Henry earned that first down because he was hit behind the line of scrimmage or on the line of scrimmage, but he kept those legs pumping like pistons, and he picked up the first down.
7.5 left to go. Deschamps and Henry, the setbacks behind George Gordon. And it is Lou Henry once again. Getting a lot of work here in this 4th quarter. And a big tackle put on by Ted Haley, number 69. Senior tackle, 6'1", 195 pounds. Boom is right.
Once again, we have a set of keys
Mr.
here.
Henry's going to feel that in the morning. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Something for goalkeepers camp.
Ball right at the 15-yard line. They just able to get it away to Henry. George Gordon, he had Pat Curley in his lap as he handed the ball away, and Henry got across the line of scrimmage and picked up 3.
And he was tackled there by number 58, Dennis Bolger. He's a junior, 5'9", 165-pound linebacker. You know, John, you mentioned about getting a hit, you know, a good pop on you, and it does hurt, and you do feel it the next day, but if you come out as a victor, it doesn't hurt as much as when you lose.
That's right. The pain is more bearable. All right, another new back in the ball game, number 34, Matt Schnitzler, 5'7" junior.
1987 Scarsdale homecoming trivia question.
And that'll be a gain of just 1 yard, and it will be 4th down and 4.
This afternoon's question is, the first person to these Scarsdale will correct answer does get a ticket.
Yeah, the guy sitting in the end zone watching the game on our monitor.
This year, from last year.
Talk about the height of laziness. Come out to the game and watch it on TV while you're there. And they're sitting right behind the end zone. They got the best seats in the house. Gordon flips it outside. And that play doesn't go too far. Matt Deschamps on the carry. Will not get enough for the first down. Lost a yard on the play. And Mamaroneck will get the football back. However, it is very deep in their own territory with 5:25 left to play in this 4th quarter. It is Scarsdale 42 and Mamaroneck 6.
That was good defensive pursuit by Mamaroneck. Scarsdale tried to hit the outside perimeter, but Mamaroneck feathered it out. They attacked. They were right there. No yardage.
That's correct.
Greg Hart working those sidelines.
Karina Meir You heard it here first.
Here come the Tigers. Clock is rolling.
Jersey was retired for this season before the game.
Right up the middle they go. And it is the fullback, John Matisoff, senior, getting the carry. Matisoff across the 10-yard line.
Coming down this evening, Farina will be there.
And just a gain of 2 yards.
You have to give the Scarsdale ground crew a lot of credit because this field is just absolutely beautiful. It's like a carpet.
Keene with a play action. Across the middle, incomplete, and no marker on the play. Spires, the intended receiver, covered there by Greg Knopp, number 11.
Spires was executing a slant across the middle, and as he was going across, he was getting deeper and deeper, and the ball just wasn't thrown right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, some of the good players here will be joining the NFL as skilled players. Let's get rid of that strike, okay?
Mamaroneck with just 84 total yards in today's ball game with 4:39 left in the fourth quarter, and they have still not picked up a first down. Third down and 8. And motion on the line. That's going to go against Mamaroneck. And that is just the third penalty of the ball game. All of them, however, have been whistled against the Tigers. This will be a 5-yarder, so they've been penalized 35 yards 3 times. The Raiders have not had a penalty. The defense has limited the Tigers to 84 total yards, gave up that 1 touchdown pass, the 43-yarder, and that is it. 2 sacks as well. Keene again, play action in his own end zone, airs it out down the sidelines, looking for Spires, incomplete. Spires looking for a pass interference call, a little contact between him and Brian Kelly down the sidelines. But it goes as another incompletion, and that means that the Tigers will be forced to punt it away with 4:19 left to go.
And the one thing you have to consider right here, where Mamaroneck is at a disadvantage, is that when they are throwing a pass, the receivers have the sun right exactly in their eyes, because Spires, after that ball hit the ground, he looked up 2 or 3 times into the sky, and the sun is blinding.
So Marcel Galligani, Jr. to punt it away, again standing at the back of his end zone. Gets a wobbly kick away. Kelly will field it at the Mamaroneck 38. Goes to the middle of the field. Good spinning move. And finally is leveled inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. And the Raiders will have it once again.
You know, it's great to have a guy like Kelly on your team with the sure hands. He's a receiver. He can put him back there for punts, kickoffs. You know, the ball's not going to be dropped. The sure hands is that total concentration, you know, looking that ball right into your hands and not looking to the right or to the left or away from the ball, but